Every night at exactly 3:33 a.m., Noah Bennett woke up to the same sound. A whisper. Soft. Close. Almost inside his ear. Noah. At first he thought it was a dream. Then he blamed stress. Then bad sleep. Then the suspicious amount of coffee he drank after 9 p.m. But on the seventh night, something changed. Noah woke up before the whisper. He stared at the dark ceiling. The room was silent. His phone screen glowed beside the bed. 3:32 a.m. He held his breath. 1 minute passed. The clock changed. 3:33 a.m. And from the darkness beside him, a voice whispered, "Noah, don't open the door." Then someone knocked. 3 times. Slow, deliberate, and impossible, because Noah lived alone. On the 20th floor. Noah Bennett was 34 years old. He worked as a customer support manager for a smart home technology company, which meant he spent most of his day explaining to angry people why their intelligent refrigerator was not intelligent enough to stop ordering 12 cartons of oat milk. Noah was practical, organized, skeptical. He did not believe in ghosts. He did not believe in curses. He did not believe in anything that could not be solved with a password reset and a polite apology. His apartment reflected his personality. Clean desk. Labeled cables. Color-coded calendar. A small plant named Gregory that had somehow survived out of pure emotional distance. His best friend, Mia, often said he lived like a man preparing for a documentary called The Joy of Mild Anxiety. Noah preferred the word efficient. But efficiency did not help when the whisper began. The first night, he woke up at 3:33 a.m. and heard his name. Noah. He sat up immediately. The room was dark. The window reflected only his own confused face. He checked under the bed, behind the curtains, inside the closet. Nothing. Then he grabbed a frying pan from the kitchen and stood in the hallway for 10 minutes. Not because he thought it would help, but because movies had taught him that people with frying pans look less helpless. By morning, he convinced himself it was just a dream. By the second night, he was less convinced. By the third, he was Googling symptoms. By the fourth, he had decided he was either haunted or developing a very dramatic sleep disorder. By the fifth, he called Mia. She listened carefully, then said, "Congratulations. You finally became interesting." Noah sighed. "I called for comfort. That was comfort. My first thought was much worse." The whisper returned every night. Always at 3:33 a.m. Always saying his name. Sometimes softly. Sometimes urgently. Sometimes so close he could feel his skin tighten. Noah began recording audio on his phone before sleeping. The first few recordings captured nothing but silence, traffic, and one very loud upstairs neighbor who apparently rearranged furniture at midnight as a hobby. Then on the sixth night, the recording caught it. A voice. Faint, but real. Noah. He played it for Mia the next day. She stared at his phone, then at him, then back at the phone. That is extremely not normal. Noah rubbed his face. I know. On a scale from 1 to haunted, this is wallpaper peeling by itself. I hate that scale. Mia suggested cameras. Noah installed 3. 1 facing the bedroom, 1 facing the hallway, 1 facing the front door. He also placed a glass of flour near the entrance like a detective from a low-budget crime show. That night, he sat awake in bed, staring at the clock. 3:31. 3:32. His heart pounded. 3:33. The whisper came. Noah. Then a second sentence. Don't open the door. A knock echoed through the apartment. 3 times. Noah froze. The front door camera sent a motion alert. His phone buzzed. He opened the live feed. The hallway was empty, but the door handle was turning. Slowly. From the outside. Noah did not open the door. He sat on the floor with the frying pan in his hands and waited until sunrise. In the morning, Mia arrived with coffee, a baseball bat, and 2 breakfast sandwiches. Noah looked at the bat. Why did you bring that? Emotional support. That is not what emotional support means. It supports my emotions. They checked the footage. At exactly 3:33 a.m., the hallway camera showed nothing. No person. No shadow. No movement, but the door handle turned 3 times, then stopped. Mia whispered, "Noah, your door is haunted." Noah shook his head. Doors don't get haunted. Houses get haunted. That's your defense? He noticed something strange on the floor. The flower he had placed near the door was untouched, but written across it, as if traced by invisible fingers, were 4 words. Find the blue room. Noah stared at the message. Mia leaned over his shoulder. Do you have a blue room?
No.
Did your apartment come with secret DLC? Noah did not laugh, because something about those words felt familiar. Blue room. He had heard that phrase before. Not recently, not clearly, but somewhere deep in his memory, a place he had avoided for years. Noah called his mother, Elaine. She answered on the 4th ring. Her voice was calm as always. Too calm. Hi, sweetheart. Mom. Did we ever live somewhere with a blue room? Silence. Not confusion. Not surprise. Silence. Noah sat straighter. Mom, Elaine finally spoke. Why are you asking that? His stomach tightened. Because someone is whispering my name every night at 3:33 a.m. and now my flower has started writing messages. Another pause. Noah, this isn't funny. I agree. Flower-based communication is very serious. Elaine's voice lowered. You need to stop looking into this. Noah froze. That was not the reaction of a mother hearing nonsense. That was the reaction of someone hearing a secret return. What happened in the blue room? Elaine said. Some memories are locked away for a reason. Then she hung up. Mia, who had been listening nearby, raised an eyebrow. That went great. Noah stared at the phone. My mother knows something. Obviously. She lied to me. Also obviously. Noah stood up. I need to find the blue room. Mia grabbed her coat.
Good.
I already packed snacks. For what? For trauma. You never know how long it lasts. After hours of searching old documents, Mia found a rental record from Noah's childhood. A house on Willow Lane. Noah had no memory of it.
None.
Not even a vague image. But when he saw the address, his chest tightened. The house still existed. Old. Abandoned. Covered in ivy. A faded for sale sign leaned in the yard. Noah and Mia arrived just before sunset. The moment Noah stepped out of the car, the air felt wrong. Not dangerous. Familiar. The front porch creaked beneath his shoes. Inside, the house smelled of dust and rain. Rooms stood empty. Wallpaper peeled from the walls. Family life had once existed there, then vanished. Noah walked slowly through the hallway. At the end was a door painted pale blue. His breath caught. Mia whispered, Well, that is aggressively blue. Noah touched the doorknob. His hand trembled. The whisper came again. Not from behind him. Not from the room. From inside his memory. Noah. He opened the door. Inside was a small bedroom. Child-sized bed. Old star stickers on the ceiling. A broken music player. And on the wall, written in faded crayon, was one sentence. Noah promised. Noah stepped into the room and nearly collapsed. Memories returned in flashes. Laughter.
Rain.
A little girl hiding under blankets. A flashlight. A whispered game. Her name was Lily. His younger sister. Noah staggered backward. I had a sister. Mia's expression softened. Noah. He shook his head.
No.
I don't remember. How can I not remember? Inside the closet, they found a small box. It contained drawings. 2 children holding hands. A house. A blue room. And a picture of a door with 3 numbers written above it. 333. Under the drawing were words in childish handwriting. Noah will find me if I get lost. Noah's knees weakened. He had not forgotten because he did not care. He had forgotten because someone had buried the memory. That night, he confronted his mother. Elaine broke down. Lily had been 5 years old. Noah had been 8. One rainy evening, while their parents argued downstairs, Lily disappeared from the blue room. The back door was open. The police searched for weeks. No trace. No witness. No answer. Elaine could not bear Noah's grief. He blamed himself because he had promised Lily he would protect her. After months of nightmares, doctors said his mind had blocked the memory to survive. Elaine moved away,
Packed everything.
never spoke of Lily again. Noah listened, devastated. You let me forget my own sister? Elaine sobbed. I thought forgetting would save you. Noah whispered. It didn't save me. It left her alone. That night, Noah returned to the abandoned house. Mia tried to stop him. He refused. I need to remember. At 3:33 a.m., Noah stood in the blue room. The air grew cold. The music player on the shelf turned on by itself. A soft lullaby filled the room. Then the whisper came. Noah. He closed his eyes. This time, he answered. Lily. The room seemed to hold its breath. Then the whisper changed. Look where the stars fall. Noah opened his eyes. On the ceiling, the old star stickers glowed faintly. One by one, several stickers peeled away and fell to the floor. Behind them was a small hidden compartment. Inside was a key. Attached to it was a plastic charm shaped like a moon. Noah remembered. Lily loved hiding things, especially treasures. She had called the basement closet her moon cave. Noah ran downstairs. The basement door was locked. The key fit. Inside, behind stacks of old boxes, he found a loose wooden panel. Behind it was a rusted tin box. Inside were photographs, a child's bracelet, and an old cassette tape labeled for Noah. Noah played the tape on an old recorder Mia found in the house. The voice was not Lily's. It was his father's. Shaking. Terrified. He confessed that Lily had not vanished into the night. She had been taken by a man who had worked for their father. A man owed money. A man who wanted revenge. Noah's father had hidden the truth to protect the family reputation and avoid exposing his own mistakes. The police had never been told everything. Elaine had never known. At the end of the tape, his father's voice broke. I don't deserve forgiveness. But if Noah ever hears this, tell him he did nothing wrong. He was a child. He tried to protect her. Noah fell silent. For 26 years, guilt had lived in him without a name. Now it finally had an ending. But there was one more thing in the tin box. A newspaper clipping from another town. A photograph of a young woman who looked like Lily.
Alive.
Older. Different name. Adopted after being found years later with no memory of her early childhood. Noah stared at the article. His hands shook. Mia whispered. She might still be alive. 2 weeks later, Noah stood outside a small library in a coastal town. The woman inside was named Grace Miller. But when she turned around, Noah knew. Same eyes. Same dimple. Same way of tilting her head when confused. Lily. He approached carefully.
Hi.
My name is Noah Bennett. She smiled politely. Can I help you? His voice trembled. I think I'm your brother. Grace's smile faded. The world seemed to stop. Noah showed her the photos. The drawings. The moon charm. The bracelet. Grace touched the bracelet as tears filled her eyes. I used to dream about a blue room, she whispered. Noah broke. For years, he had heard his name in the dark. Now he finally understood. The whisper was not haunting him. It was calling him back to the promise he had made. Find me if I get lost. And somehow, across time, grief, memory, and fear, he had. Months later, Noah's apartment was different. Still organized. Still clean. Still mildly anxious. But warmer. A photograph of Lily sat on his desk beside Gregory the plant. Mia visited often and proudly claimed she was responsible for solving at least 60% of the haunting. Elaine began repairing her relationship with both children. Slowly. Painfully. Honestly. One night, Noah woke suddenly. His room was dark. His phone glowed. 3:33 a.m. For a moment, fear returned. Then he heard the whisper.
Soft.
Gentle. Noah. He sat up. But this time, the voice did not sound afraid. It sounded peaceful. Then another voice came from his phone. A text from Lily. Couldn't sleep. You awake? Noah laughed quietly. He typed back. Apparently, 3:33 is our family hour now. A few seconds later, she replied. That is a terrible tradition. He smiled. The room felt quiet, not empty. Quiet. For the first time in 26 years, Noah did not fear the whisper. Because it had never come to hurt him. It had come to lead him home. And sometimes, the truth does not shout. Sometimes, it waits in the dark and whispers your name.